What's going on, guys? Rick with Rick's Toy Room. In typical fashion, I can't find my box cutter, but like the last video, which by the way is just now uploading, so by the time you see this one, the other one will already have been there. But Entertainment Earth delivery, we got some new Hot Wheels in. Watch out, Puppy Dog. And it's a big box. So I think there should be some mainlines in here. I think there are some premiums. If all goes well, we'll have a little bit of everything to unbox today. I know UPS absolutely hates me. And I'm right. We have 2 Q cases and 3 cases of premiums. So let's get the premiums out here. I believe these are all the exact same case. These should all be the pop culture with the Airwolf in them. And then we have 2 different serial numbers on the Q case. We got a Q case RJ and a Q case TJ. So that means we're going to have 2 different TJ, 2 different assortments. So we will do 2 different videos, as always, for the unboxings. So let's crack into the premiums first, because we're really excited to see these. And then from the premiums, we'll crack into the main lines. And hopefully we'll hit a super. I don't even know what, as always, I never look to see what the supers are. Alright, there is so much to unbox in this box. Okay, we'll start with the probably not so impressive stuff. We have another Peanuts Premium Snoopy in the doghouse. So there's Snoopy in the doghouse. I'm going to leave that one for a second because that one's getting me excited. Here is the new Nightmare Before Christmas Citrogen Type H. Actually, really cool card art, and I like the car. Those are cool. Then we had some new Cyberpunks. So we have the Quattro Turbo VTEC, which, I don't know, it's kind of a slick looking car, man. It's kind of bad. I like it. Alright, so that's 3 out of the 5. Now, of course, this has my heart and soul. We have another 66 Batmobile, new card art. Bless you, Puppy Dog. It's like a gray and red. I like that. That's a charcoal, and I like the card art. You know, there's the other puppy sneezing. That's really, really cool. But then, and I've seen some of this earlier before, and I agree, but there's the Airwolf, and there's how she's packaged with the helicopter blade across. Now, a lot of people were complaining about this, saying they shouldn't have packaged it that way. Honestly, I think they had plenty of space to package it, you know, like this, so you could have seen Airwolf with the blade on top. So I kind of don't disagree with the fact that the packaging design was fairly stupid. I may have to open one of these. I mean, I've got 3 cases of them, so I might have to open the Airwolf. Oh man, that is so cool. I'm going to have these up on eBay tonight. I'll see what they're going for. I'll sell one of the cases sealed. I'll keep 1 case for my private collection, and then I'll probably actually keep a case. I've got a toy show coming up end of November, and I'll take a case of premiums. I normally do decent on the premiums. I normally sell those pretty well. I don't have a lot to take to the toy show this trip, to be honest, so I think I'm just going to go. I mean, the toy show only cost me $25. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a really small level of inventory, just a small display, put out some Hot Wheels. I've got some action figures. I got some Funko Pops. I'm going to price everything fairly moderately. Like, I'm not trying to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars at this show. At the same token, like I'm doing it so that I keep the promoter, you know, keeping his email box. He messaged me for a show last months ago, and I was just way too busy. Way too busy. So that is the premiums with Airwolf. I'm gonna leave that'll be my case since I've got it opened. All right, now do we do the RJ or do we do the TJ? That's a hard guess because, you know, first name being Rick, the RJ, you'd think do that, but the TJ matches Jeeps. We'll just take one off top. We'll take the TJ and we'll see what's cracking. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so we'll just go through the case. I'll look for the treasure hunts and the super hunts manually. If I don't see them, if I don't catch them the first pass, then we will open up hwtreasure.com. We'll see what the hunts and the supers are supposed to be for the Q case, and we will see if we actually miss them, and then go from there. I'm going to turn on some more lights in here, though. It's a little dark. So let's kick up. There we go. Now we can see what the hell we're doing. All right. Q case. I already see a Batmobile, so we already know we're taking that out of here. All right. First two cars, the pole, the Mustang GTO in blue, the Blitz Speeder. We've seen both of these cars already. Cars are actually warm because they've been sitting. I like that yellow Ferrari, by the way. It's funny, we just had the neighborhood garage sale, which I did not partake in this year because I have everything in the house box. There is that the Honda Moto Campo in yellow. I have everything boxed up for the most part, so I was like, I don't want to unbox everything to do a stupid yard sale. You know, I mean, I made some pretty good money the last couple of yard sales, but I just don't have anything to sell this trip. And a couple guys were asking me about Ferraris. So they pinged me and were like, hey. And I was like, no, I'm not doing any this year. That's actually pretty sick. I like that. That Shelby GT in the black and gold. The orange Mustang's okay. The Singer, yeah. It's all right. All right, let's see what else. So far, no treasure hunts. No supers. The Lamborghini Huracan, Sterrato, the Kick Kart, the Salt Shaker. Every single one of these we've seen. These are just new colors again. Nothing special so far in this case out of the first 12 cars. Even the Batmobile's not really new. The Ferrari F9 Straddle. Now this one's new. And the F40 Competizione in yellow. The Pterodactyl. I actually like that Strato. I might keep that. That's sick. That's a 2025 first edition. Give it a little shake. Look for the treasure hunt logo. Don't see it. All right, next three. So I bought this one the other day because I thought it was funny. Then the McMurty Sperling. What the hell is that? And this gold Bentley is actually sick too, though. So there's the gold Bentley. There's this McMurdy. I don't know how I feel about this car. It looks like it's a first edition. It looks like a short version of a Batmobile. Like, okay. I mean, it's not bad looking. And then the mustache, mustache car for November. No shave November. Get your mustache. Get your hockey beard on. Speaking of hockey, Red Wings are doing amazing so far this year. There is the new Hot Wings in yet another variant. The Dodge Viper GT in yellow. There's the Hot Wings variant, the new one for November case. The Dodge Viper in yellow. I've always been a big fan of the Dodge Viper, and you guys have heard me say that before. I can't complain about that. Got this new Polestar Trax. This kind of looks like a Tesla EV cross with God only knows what. I picked a couple of these up at the store. Land Rover and the Mercedes. The dark blue in that Mercedes is tight with that tan interior. If I collected the cars for the cars themselves, that would definitely be one I'd keep for myself. I like the design and build on that. A 91 Cyclone, which, okay. And we've seen these a few times. The Salt Shaker, another Polestar. Cyclone's pretty cool for a classic truck. Salt Shaker's stupid. The Polyester is just as dumb. All right, we're almost through the top half. No treasure hunt, no super. There's what I was looking for. I'm taking that because, well, I am who I am. There is the red Batmobile. Now, they had a red Batmobile very similar to this as a Kroger exclusive. I think the red paint would have been a different color. But it's not the first time we've seen this in the red. Man, that card's all jacked up, though. I've said it before, Mattel be screwing up, man. All right, last 6 cars for the top shelf, and then we go on to the bottom side. The Chevy, okay. So we got a new McLaren, a new Chevy Blazer 4x4. Now, honestly, I'm not a fan of the Chevy Blazer as a whole, but as a Hot Wheel, I really do like the design, and I really like the color sequence on that. Really, really cool. Really cool. There's the straddle. And then the McLaren W1. That's a new first edition. That one's new. Like, we've seen this before where Mattel goes on these color scheme rants. Like, one day, like, a couple cases will be, like, all purple cars. This case seems to be all, like, gray and charcoal. Okay. Finishing off the top half of the case, we got another Blitzster, another DeWagon Wagon, and the Porsche. 1983 Porsche. Now, first edition, so that's cool. I'll probably keep that one. An old classic style Porsche. That's kind of cool. All right, bottom half of the case. We have hit no treasure hunt. We've hit no super hunt. I see some weird stuff in here. So let's just start off. We're going to go on the far left side again. We'll work our way to the right. A bunch more first editions in here. Okay, the next 3 cars. We have the Honda Cafe. We have the Speed Driver, and we have another Benz. None of these are hunts or supers. None of them aren't anything we haven't seen before. The Honda Cafe, though I do like the motorcycles. Let's put those over there so they're going in the back. Next set, we have a new color on the Magic 8-Ball car. It has this teal and purple base. It's kind of cool. You know, there's our Batmobile, our Huracan Storado again. It is cool that they actually made the Magic 8-Ball work in this version. What was it? It was the Dodge Charger, I think, that had the Magic 8-Ball last time they did it, and they made multiple variants of it. So the bottom actually just had an individual piece, and you had to find all the different versions of it. The Pterotractyl, the Alfa Romeo Giulia T1 Super, we've seen this before, and then the Street Shrieker. Both these are 2025 first editions. Pretty sure we've seen this Alfa Romeo. The Street Seeker we saw earlier in the set with like a purple color. This blue and red gives it this really crazy Batman look and carbon fiber design. It's actually kind of not a bad car. Kind of like that one. All right, we are, looks like 6, 9. We're on our 12th cars. 12th cars for the bottom case with still no treasure hunt, still no super. For whatever reason, they redid and re-released the Sushi Tuner. The Roadster, which kind of a cool looking car. Kind of old race car style, Viper style. And then the Renault E-Space F1. Why? Man, Mattel is the master of finding ways to just repurpose the crap out of something they've already sold you. Next batch of these we literally just saw. The Speed Driver, the Renault, and the VFW Custom Van. Meh. Nothing spectacular. I mean, obviously a Batman fan, seeing a red 66 Batmobile is really sick. The Bronco, but so far nothing's been like just yell out to me like, oh my goodness, you have to have this car. Well, okay, maybe the Shelby, but we've seen this in an earlier case. Mod Mill, the Pterodactyl, and the Shelby again in that black and gold. The T-Rex Transporter, meh. The mod mill is just a variant of the twin mill. So they took a car that they basically are running out of license for and did it in a slightly different modification. Meh. All right, we're almost done with this case. I haven't found a single hunt or single super, and it's kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. The El Segundo Rally, the Pontiac Aztec, and the Viper in yellow. Meh. Not feeling the love, Mattel. Not feeling the love. All right, let's see what's next. The Benz, the Porsche, and the Mustang. Orange, red, blue. It is kind of nice to see them start going back to the more brighter colors with some of these cars. More classic paint job just to, kind of appease like kids again. Survey says... the Kit Kart, the Seisinger, and then we have the 83 Chevy Silverado in this gray color. This charcoal gray, black, and gold. It's kind of cool looking. I don't mind it. I'm not a big pickup truck guy, but again, collecting Hot Wheels, you kind of like go with the flow. All right, I'm on the last, looks like 9 of these cars. I don't think we're going to have anything in this box. The Merdy Spreeling again, another red Batmobile, and then the blue and white Porsche Carrera clip. Like, what the hell? Like, this case is just... This assortment was just all this extra crap they didn't get rid of earlier in the year. Like, nothing special in this case at all. The Land Rover, the Tracked Wagon, and the BMW wagon. None of these are hunts. I don't know. The Land Rover's okay. I don't care for the car. They try to make it look like a Hummer. I mean, if they had actually got the Hummer license, it would have been better. But okay. All right, last 3 cars. Survey says... Okay, we got nothing. This case was a complete bust. And you guys know me, so that means I'm going to crack into the other case, but just not on video. The coolest part of this case was the silver Quick Chat. I've heard a lot of people say they can't find the white one. I found them all over the place. Then the Mazda RX-3 and the Ford RS-200 in the Golf colors. So that one's actually kind of cool. I know there's a lot of people that collect the Golf version of the cars. Yeah, the Quick Chat really was the winner of this box. Let's go ahead now and see what the case should have had. Alright, treasure hunts, blah, blah, blah. Let's get past the ads, which I do not blame it for. Okay, 2025 hunts. Scrolling to the bottom, the Q case is the last case of the year. I didn't get any P cases, which were the Quattro. We did get the Triumph Tiger 100 motorcycle treasure hunt. We got the Shark. Maybe I did get the Quattro, but... The treasure hunt is the Triumph TR6, which we definitely did not get. That's what it should have been. Definitely not one in this case. Let's see what they had for supers in this case. Good news, though, if this is the Q case, that means that my next shipment should have the 2026s. That should finish off my year. I'll have to check my orders with... Okay, and the super hunt would have been the RS-200. So the Golf car is actually supposed to be the super. It's not. We just got the plain version. Kind of bummed. But now I know what I'm looking for super-wise. I'm going to go ahead and end the video because we're at like 20 minutes. You guys got to go through some cases with me. I'm going to put all this crap back and crack the other case through the second video. All right. I'll see you.